Sure. I've spoke about how this is my, almost 2 years here, and probably wouldn't have made it through this without this man. But I'm just probably a speck on that radar of how you've touched everyone in this town. I'll be honest with you, I can't believe you bought it, but that's good.
After the last encounter I had with him,
Yeah. We weren't going to do you like that. But, you've touched so many people that are here in this town, people that have gone through. That is 36 years is unfathomable to some people in the municipality. And to be able to look at people who have had, who will call, will look back and say, that's what he did for me, is something that I know you're not going to like to take the admiration right now, Chief, but you have to, whether you like it or not. So thank you, and enjoy your time at least right now. Thank you, Chief.
I can't talk much because I'll start crying, but like I said this morning to everybody, it's been a great ride. I've had a lot of fun. I don't think many people can say they really enjoy coming to work every day, and I can honestly say that. So I think that's a big thing, and it speaks volumes for the townspeople and our government. I mean, I've had tons of boards, tons of town managers. I don't know how many I've had to train over the years. And my staff right now is probably the best staff I could ever have. I mean, they're from top to bottom, they're great. And I guess I got to thank my wife and my kids. Without them, I'd be nothing. So that wife of mine has carried me for 50 years probably. Yeah, you know how proud I am of my two boys. I mean, my boy and my girl. And you know how proud I am of them and what Tyler's accomplished and Ashley's accomplished. And you can just look at those two little great grandkids of mine that I get to babysit for all the time. And I think that's about it, because otherwise I'm going to start choking up. And I really appreciate everybody here. I mean, I'm shocked. I really am. I mean, they had me going. So thanks for coming. I really appreciate it.
We didn't really prepare any comments for this. Some of you may know me. I was here for 20 years with the chief. He's been a role model for a lot of cops in the county, myself included, and the sheriff. The sheriff couldn't be here. He's out doing some command stuff, I guess. But seeing as he was in Louisville and we know he's a Dodgers fan,
Everybody has their faults.
Yeah. I didn't say Yankees or Red Sox, so that's a plus. We have a commemorative bat made for the chief. We can have him take it out and we can show it. See, that's why I didn't do it, because I couldn't get it out of there.
Dodger blue.
So on the bat, it does have his name, his dates of service. And although after the day he'll no longer be the chief, he'll still be the big man walking with a big stick. So.
I haven't broken into Warfel yet. But I rescinded my resignation letter, and he's going to be a sergeant still. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll probably make more money.
That's right, you go to salary.
Yeah.
Naughty, naughty.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Congratulations. One of the unfortunate things I had to deal with is, as Chief says, he's a Dodgers fan. I am a diehard Yankees fan. So I hope you people haven't eaten yet. So obviously with the Yankees and the Dodgers in the World Series last year, it was not a pleasant experience for me to see him every day. He said to me, I said, we might not talk, Chief. He goes, well, we can be professional. I said, speak for yourself.
And then when they won, he came dancing into my office, which I didn't have on video, but I wish I did today. So thank you guys from the Sheriff's Department. Now I'd ask the Rotary come up. They have a few words to say for Chief.
On behalf of the Ludlow Rotary Club, we want to take a moment to recognize Chief Billings and congratulate him on a successful career. We spent many years, decades, working together with the chief, whether it's penny sale, duck races, bike races, whatever it happens to be. We've had the support of the Ludlow Police Department and certainly the chief. We want to recognize the amount of service that takes place in the life of a police officer. From when you are the chief in a small community, you don't serve a faceless public, a nameless public. You serve your neighbors and your friends. Chief's been with us in some of our darkest days, some of our biggest achievements, and really everything, the hundreds and maybe thousands of things between those extremes that recognize his service to us, to all of us. So on behalf of the club, I want to say thank you. Congratulations on your retirement, and thank you for a lifetime of service to the Ludlow community. We have a gift for you, but it's in the basket, so I don't have a presentation to make. And if you get bored, there's a world-class service organization that meets every Tuesday, about a block away. We'd love to have you with us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rumrow. Up next, we have Sergeant Warfel and Dave Van Gilder on behalf of Ludlow PD.
All right, so Chief, we know that you wanted a Henry, but because of the negotiations and the wages that you pay us, we can't afford one, so we got you this instead. I hope you like it. But under the new administration, we actually could afford to get you something really nice. So here you go. There you go, sir. It's got your badge, your years of service engraved on it. We hope you like it. You earned it.
Now I got to hunt again. Shit.
Loretta, come and get this.
You gonna say anything real quick? Huh? You gonna say anything?
What's that? Oh,
You gonna say anything?
do you want to go first?
No, you can.
So, I started down here about 5 years ago. Oh yeah, thank you very much. And what an inspiration this man's been. I couldn't imagine working for anybody else, and trying to fill his shoes is going to be a challenge for me. But I think he's taught me enough, or a little bit along the way. Man, you're going to be sorely missed. Thank you for everything. I wouldn't be here without you. No, I really wouldn't. And yeah, that's all I got.
I'm not going to talk long because I'm not going to be able to do it. So it's just been an honor and a privilege. I've been with Chief for 32 years. It's just been a pleasure and an honor to work with him. And we're going to truly miss him. But we have Sergeant Warfel, soon to be Chief, that's going to do a great job. So that's all I can say, because it's not going to go any further.
Sums up a lot. Obviously, you know, Chief mentioned earlier that he's been through, how many town managers been through, Chief?
11.
11, so.
11 town managers, 94
dispatchers, and patrolmen.
Yeah.
We figured this, Chief didn't know I was doing that for a reason, but I've been here 32 years, and that 32 years, we've gone through 94 full-time patrol, part-time dispatch, and full-time dispatchers. I've been for the 32 years, Martell's been here for 20, so.
So, Chief mentioned earlier that he jokingly said that as town managers, he has to train them. That's true. And we can be a tough bunch to deal with. And I think every town manager, Mr. Scott Murphy was here. He was here, worked with Chief, myself. I joked earlier this morning that when I came here 2 years ago, I was petrified of him. Yeah, right. Well, he's really a kitty cat, but that's all right. But they do have to, when you have a tenure like that and you have the privilege and the dedication to serve for that long, you do have to train new people. And I thank him for his guidance for me. And Scott was here. Frank Heald, who was our town manager before Scott Murphy, was not able to be here. He's in Croatia, so he sends his regards, but also Frank did come down and he recorded a message for you, Chief, which we're going to play right on here, so Patrick will cue that up. He sends his congrats and regards, but we'll play that for you right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jeff, I'm sorry that Bonnie and I aren't here to celebrate with you and reflect and say thanks for all of the great things that you've done for this great community that we've been part of over the years. Understanding the challenges of being a police chief in a small town that has a great diverse population from time to time, I think you deserve the opportunity to write the book on resort community policing. Bonnie and I are someplace, if I've calculated my time right, we're someplace between Budapest and Prague on a long planned vacation. And yes, you're going to find that retired people need a vacation, strange as it may be. I'm sure you and Cindy will find more time to enjoy the grandchildren as they grow up. One of my favorite memories from my time in Ludlow was watching Ashley and Tyler grow up and mature. You and Cindy can be very proud of your parenting skills. I've often said this, but over my many years of management experience, I've had to accept the fact that I might not be the brightest bulb in the room. But I've always had the good fortune to be surrounded by outstanding folks that have guided my decisions and provided me with counsel along the way. You were certainly one of those outstanding people during my time here in Ludlow. I could always count on your calm, reasoned counsel when the going became difficult. It would be impossible, almost impossible, to list the many occasions where your advice guided difficult decisions. I think as I look back on my time, Tropical Storm Irene probably presented one of the greatest challenges, but you, Chief Galinda, and Ron Tarble managed incredibly through just an unbelievably tough time. And I think that is a great example of the super folks that I was fortunate enough to have here in Ludlow. In addition, I always respected your management skills dealing with our budgets. As you know, there were always money challenges. I've always regretted not being able to get you that big, tough Jeep that you wanted for your own shop. But remember, we work for some fiscally conservative leaders. I was always comfortable, as were our elected officials, leaving the town and village in your hands when I was away. I am reminded, however, of our very early days. It took some time to go from actually for you to go, from Mr. Town Manager and Chief to Frank and Jeff. But we finally, we got there. Jeff, I could go on for hours about the 16 years that we were together in Ludlow. But to suffice it to say, I will be forever grateful, and I'm sure that the Town of Ludlow community agrees with me, for the outstanding contribution that you have made to the quality of life in the town that we say is a great place to live, work, and play. Be well, my friend, and enjoy the days to come.
You're up, Chief.
So there's one last thing we have for Chief, and giving some thought as to what would be a proper send-off. For those of us, I've been fortunate enough to grow up in the area. Spend a lot of time in Ludlow growing up. Always come through town, and our thoughts were, where does Chief spend? Where? A lot of people. What do you associate Chief Billings with in the town of Ludlow? It's the stoplight, right? Traffic, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, stoplight. Chief's been down there. So we decided that that's going to be your intersection, Chief. So we're pulling it up now. So as of April 4th, 2025, this will forever be known as the Chief Jeffrey Billings intersection. Chief, thank you for your unwavering loyalty and dedication to the public safety of the town of Ludlow. Thank you for your service. Dedicated April 4th, 2025. We're putting that directly on that control box down there, so every time someone complains about the traffic, you're the man. Chief, I think we've roasted you enough, but in closing, I speak for everyone here that we can't thank you enough. So, thank you, and we won't hold you up here anymore. Thank you, Chief.